Raven turned back and shouted into the emptiness, "I know you're here."
Welcome back. We are here with another incredible story for you today. A big thank you to Andrew for sharing this real life experience with us. And now let's move over to Jenna, who will take us through the complete story. Trust me, you don't want to miss this one.
Hey listeners, hope you all are curious to listen. What I have special for you, just imagine a mother with 4 little children forced to sleep on the streets after her husband's death. When they finally found a home, she thought the nightmare was over. But she had no idea. The real horror was just about to begin. Let's begin from the start. This is the story of Andrew's grandmother, whose name Elizabeth Ray, who came from an extremely poor family. The hardships began when her husband passed away. At that time, the family was living in a rented house. And with the breadwinner gone, she had to find a way to raise her 4 children alone. To survive, she decided to work as a babysitter. She worked tirelessly, but life in a rented home with so many mouths to feed was overwhelming. Eventually, the house rent became too much for them to afford, and they had to move out. Things grew even more difficult when they couldn't find another house within their budget. Left with no choice, the family lived on the streets for a week or 2 until they finally found a cheaper place and moved in right away. At first, everything seemed normal. But only a few days after settling in, strange things began. One night, while the family was sleeping upstairs, little Alice, the youngest child, woke up needing to use the washroom, which was located on the ground floor. Since she was small, she woke her mother to accompany her. Alice went inside, and as she sat on the toilet seat, she suddenly heard a loud, terrifying noise, like a cow bellowing right next to her ear. Terrified, she screamed, rushed out, clung to her mother, and began crying uncontrollably. Elizabeth asked what happened, but Alice was too frightened to explain. She was taken back to bed and held close until she fell asleep. The next morning, however, the family was shocked. Alice had a large handprint on her right cheek, and the eye on that side was bloodshot red. This made them question whether moving into this house had been a mistake. After that, more unsettling incidents occurred. Each family member experienced strange things, hearing odd sounds, seeing doubles of one another, and feeling as though they weren't alone. One evening, the eldest son, Raven, who was tough and usually dismissive of such things, faced something terrifying himself. Their mother asked one of the children to fetch her shirt from upstairs, but everyone refused, pushing the task on one another. Annoyed, Raven scolded them, saying they were being ridiculous, and went upstairs himself. As soon as he stepped onto the first stair, he heard the sound of glass shattering beneath his foot. On the second step, it happened again. With each step upward, the sound grew louder, and his legs began to tremble. Halfway up, overwhelmed with fear, Raven turned back and shouted into the emptiness, "I know you're here. I'm sorry if I disturbed you. I accept your presence. Please forgive me." The boy who once laughed at fear was now shaken to his core. The family wanted desperately to move, but with their limited resources, it was impossible to find another place quickly. They decided to endure and stay as close to one another as possible. But the house wasn't finished with them. One night, Elizabeth woke in the middle of the night and noticed her eldest daughter missing from bed. Alarmed, she went searching through the house. When she opened the door of one room, she froze. Inside was a teenage girl dressed in a bridal gown, her back turned, dancing slowly. Confused and frightened, Elizabeth thought her daughter had lost her senses. She called out to her, but the girl immediately ran upstairs. Elizabeth followed quickly and found the girl standing perfectly still, her face turned toward the wall. Elizabeth called her name again, no response. She grew angry and shouted. Slowly, the girl turned her head, revealing a face identical to her daughter's. But when she spoke, it was in a deep, masculine, hateful voice.
I'm not your daughter.
Terrified, Elizabeth rushed back downstairs to the bedroom, where she found her real daughter fast asleep. She couldn't sleep the rest of the night. As soon as the sun rose, she began making plans to leave that cursed house.
Thank you all for joining us on this chilling journey tonight. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode of Undeniable Fear. And if you have ever experienced something unexplainable, we want to hear from you. Send your true life encounters our way, and Jenna might just pick your story to share next time. Stay curious, stay brave, and remember, some voices in the dark are better left unanswered. Until next time, keep your lights on and your doors locked. Signing off now, we'll be back with another story. Thank you so much for listening. Stay with us by subscribing to more horrific stories and mysterious life events.